Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Christian, and this is the Christian and Daniel Show.
And I'm Daniel. You forget that I'm on the show too already?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. This is the Christian and Daniel Show. It is Wednesday, February 3rd. And this is our 36th episode.
In 2021. 21. I don't get the camera thing. I didn't eat it the purple berry. Purple berries it tastes like.
Why is my phone not letting me do this? Damn it! Come on, phone, let me do it. So remember, folks, we you can see us now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So go check us out on any of the three. I'm trying to get us on the show, but my computer won't let me. There we go. No, it's gonna let me. Keep talking while I post the show on the other.
Remember, everyone, to like, share, subscribe on YouTube, because we really want to change the name and make it different than Daniel G Garza. And the only way we could do that was with 500 likes. 500 likes, right?
No, 1,000 subscribers. We need 1,000 subscribers.
That was 500.
No, we need 1,000 on YouTube to be able to change. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we don't. I forgot.
Oh well. Anyway, please like, share, and subscribe, or do what you're gonna do. And eventually, we'll have a merch shop where you can get shirts not like this.
We
Thank you, John Ross.
We keep working on that. It's taking us a while to get it all put together.
And none of this stuff is like overnight. It's not like you just snap your fingers and it happens. And there's no one who's a profit share on YouTube who just had it happen overnight, except for maybe some of the very early millennials, and they just hit the iron when it was hot and didn't know what they were doing.
But we definitely we are working on the merchandise. We're working on cups and t-shirts, because that's what we want. Cups and t-shirts.
Speaking of, here's the Christian and Daniel mug. Ooh, ha, ha.
which I need to make another one to have here, because I don't have a Christian and Daniel coffee mug.
And remember, these will always help you have a better tomorrow.
You actually get better looking if you use our mugs, just to let you know. What? You look better already. We're so full of crap today. So remember, if you see that scrolling down here, comment on the thread for a chance to win the Christian and Daniel mug. So any comment gets you on the board. So as long as you say hi, what you like about the show. If you're on Twitter, I have you here on my phone. So if you're on Twitter and you want to make a comment, also comment, make a retweet, follow, whatever, and that's also accepted. So anybody who comments on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter is entered into the giveaway for our mug today. But thank you, welcome. It's not our first show after the new year, right? We did a show a couple weeks ago in January. We didn't have a show last week because
but we did a show at the beginning of January. We did a show in January. So, I apologize, folks. It's me. I am just going to put it out there. I'm battling on top of having an actual condition with my stomach, but it ended up triggering 2 new diseases for me. I'm anorexic and bulimic, which is a horrible combination, and that's what I've been battling for the last few weeks, is getting back to normal. Normal is a relative term, but getting back to eating food and drinking and being kind of like acting normal. So, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be feeling much better, eating and being able to truly sleep in my bed finally and relax and start catching up on my sleep.
Interesting. I wasn't sure if you were going to talk about it or not.
Oh no, yeah, no. Anorexia, bulimia. I never had a lot of sympathy for it, particularly not for the bulimics. Because I'm like, oh, that's like awesome. Bulimic for, yeah. I used to say dumb things in meetings, and not to the people who are afflicted, but just in my head, my crazy head. And you don't appreciate something until you've gone through it, and just like, but I don't know about a lot of things that people suffer with, and I definitely don't want to experience it so I can say I do. But anorexia and bulimia, putting them together. Basically, I'm not eating, and when my stomach starts to hurt from not eating, I go and purge. And the purging, the action of purging, even though not much comes up but bile, stops the hunger for about two hours and lets me get a nap. And then the cycle just repeats. And I wake up with the pains in my stomach from not eating. So I go and purge, and it turns into this vicious cycle that's very hard to break. And it actually takes quite a bit of work. And luckily I don't have to do it alone. I have about 4 or 5 people who've been calling me from program. 4 people from program and 1 person from who's not in program, but is one of my oldest friends, Vanessa. And they've been calling to check on me almost daily, and just to say, my friend Wendy also, just to say, have you eaten? What are you eating today? What have you eaten today? What have you drank today? And how are you feeling today? And it seems like it'd be so annoying, but it is so reassuring to know you're not alone, and you don't have to suffer alone. Like Vanessa would just be on the phone with me and I'd just be rambling. And then Vanessa has known me so long, there's stuff that we will laugh at, and we'll say something and she'll just make me laugh. And the laughter and the joy that she shared with me got me out of my head, so I wasn't feeling the pain, and I wasn't just thinking about purging. I actually was like, she helped me get over that hill. But so did Wendy, so did Aaron, so did quite a few people that I spoke with. It was a team effort, and I definitely couldn't. I still, like all my recovery, I couldn't do it alone. It's not up to me. I also had to talk with God a lot more, and I realized, hi, Ellie. And I also had to open myself up to messages and feelings and things that I think I need to do. And I haven't forgotten them. I'm just trying to feel completely normal again, so I can just kind of say, okay, let's get back into the other stuff. Let's start focusing on what we need to do. But I say we, it's a collective we, it's really me. But, God does nothing without you taking action. So I just have to keep jumping through the hoops.
Well, I'm glad that you brought it up, because, ultimately, doing the show was not just about us. It was about bringing information out. Lilmesican Productions is about being a social enterprise and bringing awareness to the community. So I'm glad you said something. Plus, we know from our personal roads in recovery that holding the secret is only a time bomb. So
it's worse.
Yeah. So for anybody out there, if you have dealt with anything similar, please reach out, and we'll be there for you guys any way we can. Hi, Ellie. How's it going? So
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And I'll just continue to say, like, you'd be amazed at people who seemingly come out of the woodwork when you really need them, and you don't even understand how they knew you needed them. And I've had people say things to me randomly that, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the word random at all. But I've had people say things to me that I'm just like, I so needed to hear at the right moment. So pretty crazy. Ellie, you're like Daniel. You guys are always working hard.
Yeah, COVID has not slowed me down. But then again, not to transition from where you are. I'm glad, as your partner, I'm glad that you are taking ownership of it.
Oh,
not letting it take ownership of you.
And I have to thank you, Daniel. Daniel has been a saint in so much as he loves me enough to understand that I needed to be on my own. I needed to be solitary. So he has spent weeks away from me and staying home in Orange County when I know he'd rather be here. I know he wants to be here with me. I want him to be here, but I couldn't handle it, because there's that's a pressure point when I'm weak. And it really helped. And it helps me to recover. This time I recovered faster than last time. So it's like lessons learned, triggers learned. So anyway, I just wanted to thank you, hon, and say I love you.
I love you too. And it is, but because people may not know this about me, and I know it doesn't come across, but I can be a little controlling. So, people would never have guessed that. So, I am not a good. We've talked about this before. I'm not a good caretaker. So shut up. You don't have to be so fast. But and that's why we're doing the shows. We just didn't want to stop doing the shows, but we figured we could do them remotely. So we're doing them remotely for you guys. So what else?
I thought you said you had things you
I know. Well,
so talk about them. Talk about what happened today. What'd you get? What's bringing you down? Your energy's a little low.
I got a shot.
Who shot you?
Bang, bang. The doctor shot me.
Mm-hmm.
I got a meningitis.
That's what you get in your neighborhood when you get pissed off.
That's what you get with the doctor. I got my second meningitis shot today. And
meningitis is like a hardcore, serious infection.
And then they drew blood too.
Yeah, it can't feel good to get that shot. Because every shot affects you a little bit. Just like when you get the flu shot, some people, they usually say, like everyone I know has told me before I got my flu shot, take a big thing of emergency, take an emergency before you go in and take it, and it won't hit you as hard. But it still made me a little tired.
Yeah, I don't have a huge reaction to shots. Like I do get the chills after a flu shot. Like I'll have a day where I'm just like, nope. And I usually know when I'm going to get a shot. So I plan to not do anything that day because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The first time I forgotten because I hadn't gotten the meningitis shot. And then I got the first one like 3 months ago. And then I got the follow-up today.
Yeah.
But I didn't have time to rest between things. So I didn't take a nap. And now my energy is just like, I do. And then I'm getting the shingles shot on Friday. So I'm not I've never had it, so I'm not looking forward to it. But now that I'm 50, my doctor has me on this list of stuff.
Oh yeah. I got my Hep B shots. I got my pneumonia shot. I got my pneumonia shot. I've got my flu shot. I've got my doctor, same thing. It's like you go on this new list when you hit 50, they have to inoculate you for everything. Are you planning on going to, East Saharan Africa? No, but we're still going to do malaria. Let's get you taken care of so you don't get malaria.
Just in case something should come up, that unexpected weekend trip to Africa.
Yeah, just a day, overnight.
But it's funny because I called the pharmacy because I had to make an appointment and see if they had the shot available. So I called the pharmacy and I'm like, hey, so I need the shingles shot. And the guy's like, Sebastian, my pharmacist, and he's been my pharmacist for like 12 years. And he's like, well, let me check because I don't think your insurance covers it for you. And I was like, oh, great. And he goes, hold on a second. He goes, oh, wait, it does. And then he starts giggling and I'm like, what? He goes, you just turned 50, right? I'm like, yes. He goes, oh yeah, it covers you now. I'm like,
oh my Lord. Coverage is based on how old you are for what you get.
So some things are like, if you're over 50, I qualify for some things now. So great. But what else? I got offered, I didn't tell you this earlier. I got an email from Pharma Voice, which is a pharmaceutical advocacy magazine. And they want me to write an article, a one-page article on my road to advocacy, what got me here, and
Oh,
how I became an advocate.
that's really
And
cool.
I was like, of course I write. Of course so. I'm excited about that. Yeah. And then I think I told you about this woman that reached out to me. Let me see, make sure. So for those of you that are not on LinkedIn, some of us professional people are.
Funny for me, your voice is moving faster than your mouth.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's almost like watching one of those old karate.
Hey, let me tell you what's happening.
And everything's going fine.
I wonder if it's just the video thing.
It's
But-
synced up now again.
Let me close up some stuff. And so the lady that wrote me, and I'm not going to say her name because obviously she didn't know I was going to talk about her, but she worked with Dr. Fauci when he was doing HIV/AIDS research.
That's right. You told me 1 degree from Fauci.
Yeah, so she does some cancer research now and has some groups or something that she wants to talk to me about what she's doing and my anal cancer. So
Wow.
apparently she saw an interview and now she wants to talk to me. So that's pretty cool. Like I'm excited to see where that goes. Let me just remind for everybody watching, this is the Christian and Daniel show. We're talking about illnesses today and turning 50. Remember, if you are watching this on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, make sure you comment down the bottom. Make sure you leave a comment on Twitter and you are entered into our giveaway. We have a coffee mug today, and Christian's going to show it on his end. The coffee mug. Oh my God. I feel like it is a pretty coffee mug. It is a pretty coffee mug. So remember, all you have to do is comment either on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter. Make any comment, say hi, and you are entered into the giveaway. So it's almost like being on The Price is Right. What else is going on? I've just been working. Oh, I finished my book. I finished my book. As soon as you're ready to pay attention again. Such a turd.
Congratulations on that again.
Thank you. So for those of you that have not been following the shows, I've been writing a children's book since like June or July of last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept putting it down and picking it up, putting it down. And finally on Sunday, it went to my editor, who's actually also my producer, Mr. Kevin Moyers. So it's in his hands now. He made some edits. It's going to be reviewed by some actual kids to see if they like it. And these are the same kids that review his books for his stuff. And so then I'll find out what I need to change and what to do. And I've already sent the book to an illustrator for him to look at it and see if it's something he'd want to work on. And so we can get illustrations on it. I will not release his name yet but he is on TikTok and on Instagram. But he's really good. He's a really good illustrator. He does a lot of Mexican actors and characters. So I feel like he understands where my brain comes from, and that's why I picked him to see if he wanted to do it. So we'll see what happens. Because don't you feel sometimes that they were talking about this in advocacy? They were asking me if it makes a difference if I go to a male or female doctor, Latino or non-Latino, gay or not gay. And I've always said that I prefer a male, gay, Latino doctor if I can. I don't always get them because they're not that much available here, but I prefer that if I can. Do you have a preference when you're doctors?
They have to be female. I'll never go to a male doctor ever again. Have to be female. Don't care about their racial background as long as I can understand what they're saying to me. I will say my last one was Middle Eastern. something like that, and she was horrendous. So I might be a little biased against that. And 3, I've never cared about their sexual orientation because with women, I haven't found it's a problem to talk about the gay stuff because they kind of get it, most of it. And I've never been ashamed to talk about. I've never had that stigma. I think I'd actually be more self-conscious if I talked about intimate stuff with a gay male doctor.
See, because
different psychologies.
Because like Dr. Lochner, my last doctor, he's gay, and he, like, I could talk to him about anything.
Yeah.
The pre and post cancer, we could talk about anything. Like, there was nothing that I couldn't say that he didn't understand somehow.
Yeah.
With Dr. No, my new doctor, first of all, he was really serious when we first connected. And
yeah, he was.
And I was like, this is not going to work. Like, you've got to loosen up a little bit. And now he makes jokes and we laugh when he comes in. And
I think it was also, he had to figure out, everyone has to figure out on initial meetings with someone new, what's going to work. Like, how is this going to, what will be the most effective way to work with this patient? Yeah. Most doctors, I think, my experience, a lot of male doctors are very megalomaniac and they don't care how it works. They just want to tell you what you need to do and kind of be jerky with you. Well, I found female doctors, for me, have always been much more compassionate, not megalomaniacs, and they actually listen to me and hear what I say for the most part. My last one wasn't so good, but this current lady is fantastic.
So I guess the question for everybody watching is, what's your preference when you go to the doctors? Is it somebody that looks like you, kind of thinks like you, or do you like something completely opposite? But Dr. Rad was really cool, my colorectal doctor.
He's fantastic. Yeah.
Which I'm due for another exam, so we're trying to get back in with him. So for those of you that have never heard me talk about Dr. Rad, heaven. That man is heaven.
Yeah. And for what he does and what he works with, and he's pretty amazing.
So I figure if you're gonna have any play with your butt, you better be a cute doctor.
Really good looking.
That smells good. When you're taking a whiff.
Yeah, it smells so good, like all the time.
Lube.
He didn't smell beautiful and fresh.
Lube, rubber gloves, and fresh scent. That's what you want.
Yeah, even after he had his hand in you like a muppet, he still smelled good and smelled fresh.
I know some of you are just joining in the conversation. You're like, what are they talking about? We're talking about health issues and getting checked up. Remember, if you're watching the show and if you haven't made a comment, make a comment on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, and you are entered into to win a coffee mug. So make sure you play for the coffee mug. So far, we only have one comment, so there's only one person.
So far, we probably have one viewer.
No, we have some viewers, and there's some people on Twitter too. They're liking it, so. Plus, I think they kind of forgot because we weren't here last week. But we're back. We're back, folks.
And I didn't post on my page. I should have posted something on my page so my people knew. Your people
are watching us.
Yeah, people who never watch it.
But a lot of more people watch on replay that they do on.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't, because I know in the East Coast it's later, so it's already
11.
Yeah, almost 11. Yeah, so. A lot of people are already bad, so they come back and watch tomorrow.
That's what I like about the YouTube connection is YouTube measures that. Like, you can see how many people have watched your show.
Yeah, and then
YouTube.
Yeah, and then sometimes I go back and they're like, "Oh wow, some more people have been watching," and then we have to remember that on YouTube we're virtually new on the live stream part. People have been watching the replays and not that original show, whatever. Anyway. My brain's not functioning. Like, okay, because I think one of the other fearful things today too, talking about we're on a health kick today. So I've been getting this little pain back here, and I was starting to get scared. I'm still a little panicky because for those of you that don't know, when you have a colorectal cancer, it doesn't come back there, but you can get cancers in other parts. And when I told my doctor that today, he's like, "Hey, I read this article. What do you think?" he didn't say yes or no. He said was like, do you want me to make an appointment, a referral? And I was like, so that's a yes. And he wouldn't answer. So I was like, can you just tell me, like, what the hell?
Mm-mm.
Hey,
True.
hey,
That's true, bag.
I am not a little pain. I'm a big pain. So thank you very much. But yes. But so there, I'm going to go back to Dr. Rad and see if what's happening. It's just I don't know if it's like turning 50 that now like I hear my bones crack more. Like
Oh, it's just I just love Gabe. That's so cute. Ebag Odal.
huh?
I'm Ebag Odal. It's Gabe Lee.
I know. Yeah, learn to spell. But you can't trick us. We know who you are. We can smell you walking in. Which, by the way, we didn't even introduce our production team today. We didn't talk about our. Where is it? Over here? It's over there. Over there.
Oh, you mean up
there.
here?
Yes, thank you. Checo Doria for our wonderful signage. Gabe Little. I don't know where Gabe is. He's not here today.
Yeah, we only Ebag Odal.
Yes, we fired Gabe and we hired somebody else.
Scandinavia.
We hired a new production. We hired a new stage manager, and then the theme song you hear at the beginning is Kai Kalama. Kai Kalama, so, who have their own show. So you go check them out.
Facebook jail.
Are you still in jail? How did you just got out of jail? Okay, knock on wood. I've never been like jailed on any social media page for anything, but this dude Gabe manages to get in jail all the time. What are you saying to like? What are you posting on your page? So if anybody knows where Gabe is, can we ask him?
Yeah, I like this Ebag Odal. It's so great. It's just it's so bad you believe it's a real person.
Well, there was a thing going around today on Facebook saying, spell your middle name backwards, and that's the name of your firstborn.
So Gabe's firstborn is named Ebag Odal. Come here, Ebag. At least it's not D.
Because yours is what is it?
Oh wow.
Facebook, when they put me in Facebook job, what should that mean?
Yeah, Gabe. Not Ebag. Ebag.
No, Ebag must be
just a good friend. You're his cousin.
But my middle name is Genovebo, which backwards was Ovibinog, which sounds like a STD medication. So I didn't put it up. I was like, I'm not going to show that. What is like Ellie? I'll Ebag would be Gabe. Oh wow, that is so weird. It's like a real name. Are you writing yours down? Is that what you're doing?
I have to. I couldn't in line without writing it down. I can't do it in my head. It's too hard. Okay, it'd be Sahurk Zeramar. I wish I could write it up here, but I can't.
What?
SIRHC. And then ZERIMAR.
Yeah,
So
but your middle name is Paul.
Yeah.
So Paul. Paul.
Luap. So it'd be Sahurk Luop Zeramar. Luop.
There you go.
Luop.
So mine is Genovebo.
That's too difficult.
Pino. Hold on. Now I gotta do it. Genovevo.
See, you have to write it out. Long ones are hard. Like Ramirez was tough to write backwards.
It looks like a.
Zeramar.
There we go. Obivoneg.
Vivoneg. Danger zone.
Danger zone.
Danger zone.
See, it sounds like an STD medication. Have you tried Ovivonog for that minor itch?
Ovivonog.
For the unfortunate.
When it itches in the nether regions. When it itches down there.
When nothing else cures it, Ovivonog does the trick.
If you want to cure type 2 diabetes, eat lots of luap.
You are a danger zone, e-bag. We're halfway through the show, folks. For everybody watching, this is the Christian and Daniel Show. Remember, if you make a comment, you're entered into our raffle, so you can get our giveaway. Just make a comment, and you can win. You get a chance to win our Christian and Daniel mug. And remember, now we're airing live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So go check those out. Or Periscope, which is basically Twitter.
Ovavonig sounds also like a fertility drug.
Side effects include Mexican accent and dashing smile.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just ride my burro.
What? God, shut up. What else is going on? I don't feel I'm carrying on you to carry the conversation because I'm feeling.
You're feeling sorry for yourself?
I'm feeling bad today. I don't feel well.
Did you wish someone there would rub your back?
No, I wish somebody rub me a taco.
Rub your feet.
I wish somebody bring me tacos.
Don't you wish someone bring you tacos?
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? I feel like we could talk more about what have we been watching.
Well, it's that time anyway, isn't it?
No, we still have 30 minutes more to go. I just didn't write a whole lot down today.
I told you were going to say. I knew you were going to say that at some point in the show. I told you how long it was going to feel for you. Yeah, I agree, Ebad.
Bonding.
Season 2 of Bonding was a kind of.
I haven't seen it yet.
Much emotion and gooey gaga. It wasn't as funny, and it was more sad.
I haven't watched. I saw it come up. I haven't watched it yet, but
it's worth watching. But it's not as good as the first season.
I've been trying to finish Sabrina.
You still haven't finished Sabrina?
Well, it gets a little heavy, and then I can only watch like a couple of episodes, and then I'm done. Like I can't watch too much more. I've been watching movies a lot. That's the other movie I was going to talk about. Because you didn't get to watch it because you didn't watch it on time.
I did watch it in the time frame you gave me, but it was already expired.
You think it's over? What's over? Sabrina? Well, Sabrina's ended, didn't it? They already did the last season.
Yeah, this was its final season.
Yeah, but I'm still on. What is it? Was it 6 seasons or 4 seasons?
I think it was 4.
4. So I'm on like the middle of the 3rd season, I think.
Bonding, I think, is over for sure.
Bonding.
Imagine what they wrote is going to promote a season.
3rd season.
I don't where they're going. So he's becoming big time, and it just doesn't. Yeah, I'm not interested in after that. It's not funny.
Well, in fact, I was watching on YouTube a video on shows that just abruptly canceled and like nothing came of it.
And what's
And-
funny is no one misses them half the time.
When not necessarily that, it was like nobody was expecting it to end, so they didn't really end it. So there was no closing of the show.
Like it just never ended.
Yeah, like for instance,
Like,
Modern Family.
Storylines were not closed.
Like Modern Family had their ending and
Oh yeah.
series finale. Like they had their series finale. But I was interested. It was interesting because the only show that I really like I didn't get into it into like reruns. Strangers with Candy.
Oh my god, I love that show.
I thought it's such a funny show.
A gem. She was so funny.
But you know that
Jerry Blank.
the network was technically not going to cancel it,
Mm-hmm.
but because all of their shows, was it an adult? No, Comedy Central?
Yeah, I know. I think it was Adult Swim.
Adult Swim?
No, it was Comedy Central, I think.
All of their shows ran for 30 episodes and then they were done.
That was it, yeah.
So the cast and the production team were under that impression. It's like, we're going to do 30 shows and we're done. But the network was actually going to continue with them. But they didn't, they were gone. Everybody was off to other things. Wayne? Huh.
Never heard of it.
I haven't heard of Wayne.
Mm.
I need to check it out. And it's on, where did you see it?
Amazon.
Is it Amazon?
On Prime. Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Okay. No, I haven't even heard of it. There's a lot of these shows coming up for 2021 because there's a lot of production got done for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And Australia's open. They're shooting a lot of stuff down in Australia right now.
Yeah, I can't believe the new Name That Tune is shot in Sydney. And so they are flying these people all the way from California. They're flying like 20-hour flight all the way down halfway around the world to Australia to shoot a show, which they could leave with no money. Like they could leave with nothing. I assume the production's paying for their flights and their everything else.
Yeah, and they have to quarantine when they get there.
Yeah,
so,
and it's super expensive.
So
like that's a lot of money.
I'm sure they quarantine when they get there, and then they probably fly them all in and fly them all out at the same time. So I wonder if they have time to like hang out afterwards, after they're shot, like after their episode is shot. Because even if you don't win anything, you still got a trip to Australia.
I mean, for Pete's sake, yeah. It just amazed me when I saw at the end it said all shot in entirety in Sydney, Australia. I'm like, what? Like, yeah. I'm like, because all the people are from California, like so many West Coasters. I'm like, that is a really long, expensive flight.
Because a couple of my friend actors who I met here in California who are Australian and went back, they're like, we're on set, we're shooting, we're doing stuff. And
yeah, Randy looks like a skeleton. He lost too much weight.
Yeah,
you can look normal. You don't have to be skeletal, and it also makes him look like twice as old as he is. I mean, he's not a spring chicken anymore, but he looks it now.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't been watching, he looks rough.
Looks rough.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that lose weight, and then look. What's his name from the Today Show? The weather guy.
Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He's
lost weight.
Gained back. He's kind of gained a little weight.
And then back when The View, Star Jackson, when she lost a lot of weight, she looked bad. But I mean, she looked bad to us, I guess.
She's just like melting. That's what she looked like.
Is it because the cheeks were too stretched?
I don't know. She just looked bad. She said, and then there's a show called The Chase, which is really good, which I enjoy. And they have these three geniuses who, they have three contestants and three geniuses. They're in-house geniuses, and one of them is the guy from Jeopardy who's like the most winningest
Yeah.
The most. He's one of the geniuses on the show called The Chase. And they walk up to this big thing, and the genius sits at the top and has this gold arrow thing. And there's this ramp. And they start off at a certain amount of money. And depending on what amount of money they earned in the first round, it goes up there. But then the genius makes them an offer for either to have less steps between them and the genius who's chasing them. And if the chaser catches them, they lose all the money that they was on the board, and they're done on the show. They're kicked off the show. And they answer questions. And if you get it right, you go a step ahead. And if he gets it wrong, he stays where he's at, and you're that much further ahead. Or he will stay right on your tail. And if you miss one and they're right on your tail, they'll take your money and you'll be off the show. It's a really interesting concept. It's new. It's not a redo of an older show.
Which I appreciate, because there's too many
redos.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Al Roker, there you go.
Al Roker.
Oh, that's not good. That's funny.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, there's. I just saw that. Which I'm kind of excited about. I can't lie. Peacock is doing a reboot of or the next part of Punky Brewster. So she's coming back. Moon Soleil Fry.
Soleil Moon Fry.
Moon Fry, yeah. She's coming back as Punky Brewster. But now she's the mom with her kids. And
I know like 10 years ago, she still looked pretty. She was a pretty woman, but
she looks cute. She looks cute. I saw the trailer for it. She looks cute, yeah.
Okay. And what's it called? Punky fills in?
Punky Brewster, still older, but still punk, or a little older and still punky.
That's the name of the show. Punky Brewster, she's still a punk?
No, well, kind of.
Her name ain't Brewster. Or is it Punky Brewster? She no longer dances at the club.
It's kind of like, yeah, Soleil Moon Fry, yeah, and
well, that's her real name,
right? But
unbelievably, Punky Brewster's so hot. That's so funny. Oh, E-Bag.
She is kind of hot.
Yeah. Does she still wear the ugly clothes like she did when she was a kid?
No, but
I see. Now that would be cute. Is she still dressed like Punky?
She kind of does. I mean, she's still kind of there.
As long as she's not gone like the Earth Mother Gaia and let's eat some hashish brownies and sit in the backyard, kids, and we'll feel. I
mean, I have to admit, I did watch it when I was younger.
Oh, I couldn't stand her.
But there were all
fake. It was so fake.
There were all those shows along that era, like
Different Strokes.
The little girl that was a Martian.
My sister's a robot. The one where the girl's a robot, not a Martian, a robot.
And then Alf was along that line of shows too. Like it was that era of shows that were like the family and somebody came in to live with them, and she ran up to Kevin at the
Oh dear Lord! I knew those were going to come up. I knew those jugs were going to come up some point.
Somebody was just talking about that day. Somebody was talking about
I think she had to have a
the
breast
Wonder Years.
actually.
I liked the Wonder Years. I was a fan of the Wonder Years.
Oh, I love the Wonder Years. Yeah, I enjoyed that show too. That's not Soleil Moon Fry in the Wonder Years.
No.
Other chick, she's American Indian. Maybe she was in it. I don't know. I don't remember them well enough.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is going to be in Punky Brewster.
Freddie Prinze
Jr. is in Punky Brewster.
Well, they're going to put a wig on him. He old too. He don't look young no more. I've seen him. I just watched a special on Sarah Michelle Gellar, and he went early gray. It's like he had chillin' it. It's like he had cheering, and the cheering drained his youth.
Well, he's thin. He's thin and good look. I mean, he looks good. He looks like a rocker. You know, and I don't like skinny guys, but he
Rockers
looks good.
used.
Huh?
Rockers look used.
Well,
he
he plays a musician in the show. But I think, I mean, and you know, I'm not into the skinny boys, but I think he's aging well. Freddie Prinze Jr. is aging well, but his dad was very handsome too. So
I don't remember, and his dad was from an era that I don't think men were that attractive in. So I've never saw a picture of him. I thought, wow, he's really good looking. But I mean, Freddie is, so he must have had a pretty wife too. Or maybe she was pretty ugly, because ugly people usually have pretty children.
Well, I always thought Freddie Prinze was pretty when he was younger. Now he's matured and he looks a little.
He was pretty.
He was pretty.
He was pretty, girl. He was a pretty little girl. Girl, he was so pretty. Now he's like a man. He's a man.
He's a man.
He's a man. And he's going to be living with Punky Brewster.
He's a punky man.
It's going to be Punky Brewster and her husband, Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh my God.
Ooh, I got the vapors.
Oh my God. Well, this is nice.
Oh, I like this.
All right. So what is your pick for the week?
My pick for this week, I did watch this a while back, but I have a lot of shows I've watched because when I got sick, I was just watching show after show after show and movie after movie after movie. Hashtag Black AF. It is hilarious. It's distressingly hilarious. Like, because you're looking in on the guy, the creator and writer of Blackish, Grownish, and Mixedish. And of course, you're looking at his family. The writer, his wife, and I think they have 4 kids. 4. Let me see. Feely boy, second boy. Yeah, I think they have 5 kids, 3 girls and 2 boys, and it's basically just like every episode is like a snapshot of a day in the life of their family. But the daughter, the overall theme is the second oldest daughter. I think she's the second oldest, is making a documentary about her family to submit to USC Film School to get in. So she's doing this. So that's kind of the basis of the show. And that's why you're getting this slice of life on them. And they make hilarious comments, and she makes so funny comments. And the father is so dysfunctional. The parents are so dysfunctional. Everything is just crazy. And they're all and they're filthy rich, so it's just kind of an odd thing. And then you bring in the Black culture element into it, and how that's different, and how they do talk quite intelligently about how you do have different experiences when you're a person of color. Your life experiences are not the same as a white person would have. So it's interesting to see that dynamic, and also how some stereotypes are still perpetrated in today's society, and people still say things and do things. And I need a haircut. I can't stand looking at my hair. But anyway, hashtag Black AF is fantastic. It's easy to binge, very funny, and the episodes move pretty darn quick.
My pick of the week is You Got This. And this is actually a movie on Netflix, and it's a Mexican-made movie. The whole story lies on this couple who are young, and they want to further their careers. And one of them wants a child, the other one doesn't. And it kind of walks through how they come to have a child and what that story is like. And so it's funny. It's not really a rom-com, but it's mellow. It's a comedy drama, but it's set in Mexico City with this amazing talented actors. Check it out. I feel like I can't tell you too much, because if I tell you too much, I basically give you the movie. But the idea is it's this young couple who one of them wants to have a child, the other one doesn't. How they come to have a child, and the growth up and downs of their relationship. So go check it out. It's on Netflix. The English title is You Got This. And that's how you can find it. So go check it out. But I thought it was really cute. It's really funny.
And is it all in Spanish?
Well, it's like, it's one of those where you can do the dubbing in English and stuff. So
Oh, so it actually has an audio dub. So
yeah. So you can listen to it, or you can
I know.
subtitles.
And so I think it's important to note, just so people know if they have to read or what.
Yeah. So I don't, because I hate subtitles. I hate doing subtitles.
You speak Spanish, so you don't need them.
Yeah, but I watched a Portuguese movie.
Oh yeah.
I watched a Portuguese movie about this girl, and I forget the name of it. Oh, my two dads, or finding my two dads, or something. Like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But she goes off to find her dad, and her mom lives on this commune, and she wanders out. It's very, what is it, Pollyanna-ish.
Oh, okay.
She can be a little annoying, but the storyline is funny. It's very predictable, but it's a kid movie too. So
Well, you like Hallmark stuff, so you like predictable. I know that.
yeah, but like this is predictable, not in the boy meets girl. They hate each other and they love each other, and then they end up together. Like this is like, okay, I know what's gonna happen. I give it another language. I know what's gonna happen. So there you are. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube too. I mean, and like I didn't know YouTube History Channel has a YouTube channel.
I didn't know that till just right now.
But I didn't know that they had like all like full versions of like their biography series you can watch, not just short ones. And then I was watching just now before the show started, the whole 3-hour series, the 100 most scandalous moments in music or whatever. This is from 2009, so it's older. It's 11 years old, but it's like the 100 top things. But it's the whole 3-hour series because it's broken into 3 parts, but it's all in one video. So you play it on YouTube. I had to play it all afternoon. But it's really cool to see all these people that got into trouble. Well, somebody put comments. Sorry, I'm missing the comments over here.
Oh, it's eBag. I have eBag. I liked it. 3% is pretty darn good.
Hey, you watch percent on Netflix? Percent show that
It is very Hunger Game-ish. It is a little Hunger Game-ish is actually kind of shiny clean compared to 3%.
Yeah, and I didn't like.
I think 3% is a little rougher.
and I don't like Hunger Games, so. But then again, I don't like it because of what's her name, Jennifer.
Funny.
Lawrence.
No one asked you.
Well, he brought up Hunger Games, and I had to give my opinion.
Actually, just said it's Hunger Game-ish.
Well, I kind of hate her-ish. I just don't like Jennifer Lawrence. I've never believed her acting.
Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah. Isn't she in Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what made her career was being in Hunger Games.
I've never believed her characters. Like it doesn't. I always feel like she's wrongly cast for her roles.
Wow, you're cutting out, hon.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Am I back?
You're back. Now you're frozen again.
Well, I'm not doing anything, so I don't know what to do.
Now you're frozen again.
It doesn't help if you tell me. It's not going to change anything.
Now you're frozen again. I'm just kidding there. You were, but I'm just kidding.
This is what I deal with, folks. This is what I deal with. Well, we're almost down to the end of the show. We've got about 6 minutes to go. I just want to remind everybody we are now. We're back. I apologize. I'm just a little under today, and I'm not feeling. My brain's not there. But you can find us now on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitter, and Periscope, which are basically the same company. So go check us out. We're looking for more subscribers on our YouTube page. So if you are just new to our show and you just discovered us, go over to YouTube, go to the Facebook page, and you can catch all the other videos. We're coming up. Basically, we're coming up on our first year now.
Yeah.
Pretty soon. which means we're coming up on the anniversary of your first colonoscopy, because that's when we did the show. Remember, we are looking for more subscribers on our YouTube page.
Let's not use my rectum as a marker for that.
Yeah, let's mark your. Let's put. Yes, smash that subscribe button for us. Make us feel it,
guys.
Go find us on YouTube and please subscribe to our videos. Not only can you find videos of the Christian and Daniel show, but you can find the Card Devo, the Put It Together Conversations series, plus other stuff, new things that we post up on there. So make sure you go check it out, subscribe, and you get notified every time we put something. And make a comment down at the bottom. If you make a comment, especially before we make a choice on this episode, which we've had 2 people. So, but I believe that Rector. If you're on Facebook, share with your friends. Let them know you're watching.
Now, Daniel's rectum's the one that nearly killed him.
Yeah.
My rectum hasn't killed me yet. They did find a couple little things they snipped out, but it didn't kill me yet.
Yes. I have a killer ass.
It has teeth.
Oh my God.
It's like when you look at his butt.
But what else? What's going on? I think what's today? The 3rd? Not next. I guess next 2 Sundays from this Sunday. Next Sunday it will be Valentine's. So Valentine's is coming up too.
Ooh, Valentine's Day in the era of COVID.
Right.
Another Valentine. Yeah, we didn't have to do Valentine's Day last time with COVID. It was already here, but no one really knew it yet because it didn't happen until the next month. So this will be Valentine's Day in the era of COVID.
Maybe next week we can talk about our previous Valentines and
that's how you froze.
I don't know what that's supposed to happen.
So Daniel, I bet you're going to get a box of C's candy.
You bet? You think? Well, I'm gonna say we can talk about the gifts we've given each other over the years. We're not big on Valentine's, are we?
No, dear God, no. It's a total corporate holiday. It's not real.
It's not a corporate holiday. You can celebrate the person you love, but you're not.
You don't need a day to do that. That happens every day if you really love someone.
Well, there you go. If you really love them. Shut up.
It is a punchline to an old joke. I can't remember the jokey bag, but I know I've heard it. I know I am familiar with it. So rectum, damn near killed him.
It's a punchline. What?
A tiny Valentine's Day cake. Yes, I'll order another one of those $45 tiny cakes.
Oh my God! But you know that I'm not going to say we'll wait for it next week. But you have done some pretty cute things for me on Valentine's.
I have.
No matter how much you protest it, you do have good ideas for Valentine's. So we'll talk about those next week. Anything else before we go? We want to thank our commentator, our new follower.
It's our Scandinavian friend from overseas, Ebag Odell.
Hello, Ebag.
Hello, Ebag. Guten Tag.
We want to thank everybody for watching. If you're watching this on replay,
Guten Nacht.
If you're watching this on replay, make sure you still comment. We want to know. We want to hear about you. If you've got topics you want us to share or talk about, put them in the comments and we'll bring them up. We'll talk about it. If you have a pick of the week, if you have something that you're watching, you want us to see, let us know. We will watch it. We will check it out, and we'll pay attention to it. So
I'm not guaranteed I'll pay attention. I'll put it on.
Shut up. So with the last comment, horrible car hit my dog in the ass. He said, the teacher, Johnny, we say rectum. Damn near.
That is it. I love those.
Okay.
I love the little cheeky jokes.
With that comment, we're going to say goodnight. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye. We'll see you next week. Have a good one, guys.